edition of High School Rewind, available on highschoolrewind.com and the High School Rewind YouTube channel. We are here at Highland High School, home of the Rams, as they prepare to welcome in the region leader, East Leopards, here in Region 5. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Dane Stewart here to bring you today's game, and a great rivalry coming up for you here today on High School Rewind. Let's start by introducing the visiting East Leopards. As we previously mentioned, right now sitting atop Region 5. They've got a 3-point lead over Ogden. They've played an extra match, so those two will sure to have some dueling out to do later on in the season. But for now, it's East in first place, and they come in behind a really great player, Jesus Cesares. He has been the guy this year, especially as of late. He leads the team in scoring with 7 goals, and then guys like Govina stepping in there with 6. They've got a pair of others with 6 goals on the season as well. This East offense, it can really put a lot of balls in the back of the net. They're coming off a 2-0 victory over Woods Cross. That very easily could have been 5 or 6, as they had all sorts of offensive opportunities, but goals coming from Hulbert as well as Barker in that 2-0 victory. East defeated Highland earlier this year. We mentioned Govina had the goal, as did Daniel Rondo. They each had one in that 2-0 win for the East Leopards. They're going to look to get the sweep here today. For the Highland Rams, they come in off a difficult loss, 2-1 against Box Elder. Juan Pablo Ordonez Taylor had the goal for Highland, and it was unofficially his first goal of the season. We talk about guys to watch for them. It all starts with Stanger as well as Miranda. They each have 4 goals apiece, and then a kid like Bahamin. This is a guy that up front, he can create a lot of opportunities, very athletic, good speed on the attack for the Rams. Could be interesting to watch if they can get pressure behind that back line of the East Leopards. Highland hasn't defeated East since 2010. They're trying to end a long streak of losses to their rival, the Leopards. East, meanwhile, trying to hold on to that first place ranking in Region 5. Should be a good one. The Leopards and the Rams Region 5 rivalry next on High School Rewind. Ready from the gridiron / pitch here at Highland High School. East in the visiting red kits, Highland in the home whites. As we mentioned, the Rams have not defeated East since 2010. Getting ready to kick off here. Starting keeps Trevor Elders for East. A pair of shutouts this season. And back for Coach Koyman, Patrick Miles, the junior keep. Underway. East back with the defense. Cardenas looking up the field, and Cesar is unable to handle that. Throw in looking up the line. It's dropping back. Morgan will gather it. He'll drop with Elders. Is coming up as McConan, the senior. Number 8 for Highland. Trying to put some pressure on. As he comes to contest with Jacobs. East still with possession. Cardenas, one of those center backs for East, able to find Jacobs. Looking up the field, trying to connect to Barker. And Christensen fell down. Barker in the box, and a delayed flag up saying Barker off. First whistle of the game. Barker offside as the East sideline, not fans of it. I thought he was on. As Barker sends this up, Cesares. Far line, able to settle. Trying to center that in the box, broken up by Christensen and back out as that ball turned over. Garta able to find Hulbert. Mentioned he had the game winner in that win against Woods Cross, bringing it up inside the 18. Hulbert being pushed outside, still with the possession here. Able to find Cesares, and a good contest that time. Coming up was Rivera. Hulbert touches back. Boy, excellent defense that time. Winning the ball away from Cesares. Ball lofted up. If McConan can get there, tries to keep it in, but that ball had crossed the plane. Hill to throw in. Looking down the field with Barker. Gutierrez was marking him. Boy, big pressure put on by Oliveira. He's got it now in the box. Oliveira, and a big save put on by Miles. His first of the match to tap that one over the crossbar. Barker will take the corner for the Leopards in the box. Headed up by Rivera. Hill And the foul there, a kick awarded to the Rams. Tell you what, all the credit in the world to Miles. A tough save against Oliveira. He put this ball in play and did so right to East. Barker putting pressure on. Nice job by Christensen, able to keep it away from him, though turns it over. Holbert, centering pass, taken away by Christensen again. Rivera, nice job getting it through a couple Leopards, and now an opportunity to clear for Christensen as Cardenas comes up to try to keep that in the offensive end, and it rolls out. Daniel Jesse comes on for the Rams as Baruch McConan comes off. Going back to Miles, I thought we had a little earlier. It was just his second start the first time these two teams met. That 2-0 victory for the Leopards. And an opportunity for revenge here. Stepping up, center, and broken up by Jacobs. Good idea that time by Stanger. He's looking for help. Jacobs there defensively for the Leopards, and a couple good opportunities each way here in the early going as we've completed the first 5. Nice job. Able to bring that one to his feet by Gutierrez. Working up the line, and Rondo combined with Hill, able to win it away as Highland finds themselves with possession near midfield. Pass back for Stangers, too far in front of him. Morgan. Settled by Estrada. Drops it. Looking to turn the field, and off. The flag is up. Offside on Highland. Cardenas with Garta. Jacobs tried to touch it up. That one came off his foot hard and out of play. Rivera to throw in. Garta able to clear that away. Trying to settle it is Gutierrez. Is Barker is trying to mark him closely. Is Stanger looking to get it back to him. Trying to get there, but that ball well out in front, and East will throw in. Looking up for Barker, and there was Ordonez-Taylor. Able to gain the possession as this entry pass. Taylor to head out. Rondo gives it to Hill. There's Stanger. How about that? Keeping it in play by Stanger, and Hill just marking him tightly as that ball deflected away off of the red kits. Gutierrez to throw in. Stanger. As that attempt on net. Elders up to the task. He'll roll it out far side. Boy, man on. Look at the closing speed put on that time by Straight. As all of a sudden East with an opportunity to counter here. Good defensive play made by Christensen as this ball will roll across and out off of East. It was Garta really pressing up for the Leopards that time, creating the offensive opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, Barker in the box, centering, and that pass deflected away. Barker trying to keep it, and there's Christensen able to clear it out. Through the 10th minute. That clearing attempt went right off his own man, as coming out will be Miles to pick it up. The Highland keep. This kick sized up by Holbert, able to find Rondo. He'll recover. Has Barker ahead of him as he is being marked by Gutierrez. Able to center. Looking back for Rondo, the left-footed center, and that ball cleared away by Rivera. Hill to throw in again, looking in the box. How about a spin move by Rondo? Miles will jump on that one alertly. Rondo's been active today, all sorts of twists and twirls. It's led to opportunities for him to gain possession. Up the field, chipped ahead. Barker won't be able to get there. Miles again is Cesares, and Barker putting on the pressure. Holbert. That was Jacobs. Was looking to head it up to Holbert. Instead, broken up by Ordonez Taylor. Hill played that ball great defensively, and then ball won away by Estrada. Rondo and Gutierrez doing battle. Gutierrez whistled here for the foul. Put in play quickly. Oliveira pushes outside with Garta, and Garta couldn't settle that one. Rivera looking up the field. It was Holbert instead. Turning the field. Straight. Couldn't keep it, and it's Hill winning the ball. Oliveira there with help. Plays back with Jacobs. Jacobs will drop with Cardenas. Holbert gives it right back to him. You see East, a great job that time. Able to dissect the pressure put on by Highland. This went the wrong way off Rivera. East will throw in. Garta looking up for Rondo. And that ball will roll out for a goal kick. Holbert was able to send that back to the back line of Highland. Oliveira coming up, finding it, has Rondo. It's where he goes with it, and Oliveira, a hard foul here, and the official has his card out. And there it is, a yellow given here immediately as Oliveira still down, holding his ankle as Andrew Rivera picks up the yellow here in the 15th. Oliveira had to be helped off. You hope if you're an East fan, he's going to be okay. A good midfielder for the Leopards as they'll have this kick from 28 yards away. Cardenas steps up, lofting it right over to Cesares, and Miles with the save. Does it stay out? No, it's in. Oh, the flag was up offside, my bad. They rule East offside, but I tell you what, down and in the net is Miles now, looking like he might be shaken up. Boy, another interesting offside call as you think about that. Cesares was the one who stepped over the ball. Hard to believe that he was able to get 10 yards down the field before that was kicked, but that was the ruling from the linesman. Offside it was. Miles still in net for Highland. And seemingly okay. As Stanger drops this back with the Ordonez Taylor. Looking to send one up the field. Morgan. Boy, gave that ball right away to Stanger on the near line. And the flag up, foul there. No, excuse me, a throw-in awarded. Christensen came on for Oliveira in the midfield. As Gutierrez drops back. Here's Garcia. Ordonez Taylor. Stanger. Looking to get it back up the line. Morgan comes out to Mark Kim. Centering ball right into the box. Great idea as it's escorted out, and that centering attempt broken up by Garta, I believe. This ball fired from 28 yards and picked up by Elders. Overestimated, 24. Either way, a good ball in that time from the Rams as we're approaching the midway point here in this first half. Over with Cardenas. Looking up the field, it's Barker. He's on. A rush being put on. Christensen filling the backside if Barker can find him. Touches back a one-timer. Broken up. Then looking to go to Christensen. Rondo couldn't get it there as it was, I believe, Gutierrez able to disrupt it and Highland to throw in their defensive third. The throw in. Hill able to head it to center field. Rondo. He'll settle it. Lost it immediately as coming back was straight. Jacobs, man on, able to find Christensen up the near line. Christensen with Barker. Couple Rams marking him. And that ball taken away by Gutierrez and then out. A foul called here on Barker. Holbert. Again, a couple Rams. He'll drop it back with Cardenas. 20 minutes complete. Here at Highland, still no score, much like the first match. Couple opportunities. Nothing crossing the goal line yet. Ordenius Taylor. Stanger gives it back to him. Christensen marking. Stanger with space. And that ball headed up. Jesse was along the line but couldn't track this ball down. Rodriguez comes on for the Leopards, as does Oliveira. Good to see if you're an East fan. Their midfielder, he's okay, back in action. This ball fired, and Elders will watch it roll wide. This kick over the first line. Barker able to slow it up. And that ball rolling out. Highland will throw in. That ball kicked right through Highland. It's Gutierrez looking up the field. Rodriguez able to step in front of it. This far side, Argueta plays up the line. And that ball couldn't be kept in play. East will throw in. Sabi Jiba comes on for East. Is Rondo heading off. Highland coming away with it. Boy, Ordenius Taylor. Some impressive ball control there. As Highland ends up turning it over. Jiba, boy, that ball came right through him. Miles will come out and gather that. Morgan won't be able to keep this in. Ordenius Taylor. Gutierrez playing up for Stanger. Morgan marking him. Hill didn't get rid of it. Stanger did a great job of coming up. And then he's going to be called here for the foul as a physical play on Cardenas, and East will have the kick from their box. Cardenas can't get there, and East turns it over in their defensive third. Highland to throw in. Miranda. And that ball cleared away by East. Here's Oliveira, has Jiba to his left. Barker up ahead. That's where he wanted to go with it. Barker not ready to make that run yet. Miles kick coming near side. Stanger able to center it. Excuse me. Oliveira dropping back with Cardenas. Again, we see Highland putting the pressure on. Their strikers have been aggressive here in the early going. Jiba has that ball poked away. That ball bounces around before coming to Stanger. Couldn't settle it. Gutierrez keeps it in play, but it goes right to Hill. And a great job by Gutierrez sacrificing to keep possession for the Rams. Garta able to break up that pass, though it's still Highland with the possession. Hill shielding, and East will win the throw-in. Back with Morgan. Morgan sending a ball up. That's over the head of everyone, and it's Barker. Oliveira making a run into the box. If Barker can find him, one-on-one, Barker got Miles down, and it's a kick save for Barker, a wide open net. And Miles makes the save and then came off of Barker, and a goal kick. Rivera back on as Argueta comes off for Highland. And Miles, boy, he's been challenged a couple times. He's been up to the task every time. As we've got a Ram, can hear the pain from up here. It's Ordenius Taylor holding his ankle. Highland, meanwhile, putting on the attack on the other end, and Now we're going to have a stoppage as Ordonez Taylor, trying to get off the field, can barely put weight on that ankle, and that's big for Coach Koyman and the Rams. They hope he's going to be okay. Ordonez Taylor had to be helped off, and as we mentioned, you hope for the Rams he's going to be okay. We talked about a guy on our open like Farshad Bahamin, and he is not suited up today. Injuries have played a part in Highland this season, and to lose Ordonez Taylor would be a big one, as that ball centered but too tall and out of play. Ball thrown in over the head of Jiba. Flag is up. Estrada with the kick. Stanger tracking it. Boy, great play around Hill, and then there's Elders, able to catch that ball along the post for the Leopards. 30 minutes complete here at Highland High. Hill has help. Rodriguez will drop this ball back. Cardenas looking up the field. Garta, boy, and Garta will let that ball roll out. I thought he may have been able to track it down. Don't know if Miles gave him a bit of a juke and helped him call it off or what, but a goal kick coming up in the 32nd minute. And it's Cesarez, Rondo, and Holbert all coming on for the Leopards. As Highland able to get this out. The defensive area, Estrada finding Stanger. He'll drop it all the way back with Miles. 32 minutes complete here. Ball headed up. Rodriguez, a ball that Holbert will try to track down. Coming near side is Miranda, marking him. Holbert has help with Hill. That's where he goes. Rodriguez, space. He'll drop with Cardenas back at midfield. Playing up, it's Cesarez. Barker plays back to Cesarez in the box. And a nice job by Christensen. And the foul there on Cesarez. Kick from Miles. And it's Cesarez. Oliveira up with Rondo. Rondo tried to play ball to Barker. Instead, stepping into it, Cesarez, and there it is. In the 34th minute, Jesus Cesarez from about 26 yards out, and East takes a 1-0 lead here late in the first half. Highland looking to answer quickly. Elders is clear out of the box. It's Stanger, and he just fires this one wide of the net as Elders being physical with him, and Stanger is down on the turf. Boy, Stanger, a great opportunity. Elders was 18 yards away. Elders had help. His defensemen were back trying to block it, but Stanger essentially had a beautiful opportunity and missed it wide as Elders picks this up. Morgan, space being closed down on. He's looking to play a ball up to Rondo. Hill heads it right back with Holbert. Hill able to keep it in along that line. Beautiful touch to Rondo, and then he was trying to hit Barker, but missed him long. Through 35. Is Stanger. Able to back Hill down before finding an outlet with Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking over the top. Carlson getting ahead on it. Trying to give chase. Is room. He'll keep it in. A centering ball through, and Hill to clear it out. As that ball didn't have enough oomph to get through to Stanger. It was a good idea. Rivera to throw in. Morgan drops it all the way back with Elders. He'll look to play this near side. Rondo couldn't control it as it will roll down, and Highland will throw in. This ball sent down the field. Elders with an eye on it. He'll pick this up. as Jesse approaches. Rolling out. Cardenas up with Oliveira, and Oliveira over pursued it. In the process, Estrada able to win the ball. Stanger. And that ball just poked away by Rodriguez, but Hill didn't come up to gather it. And a foul here on Stanger. In play, Cardenas. Cesara is up the line. Carlson won't be able to get there. Highland to throw in. The throw in to Estrada. He'll clear it out. 38 minutes complete. Time updates. Finish for this first half as Morgan drops with Elders. Rather than pick it up, plays it right back to him. Jesse came down to close in on Elders. And Morgan for that matter. Cardenas. Cesare is at midfield. Out with Morgan. Oliveira gives it back to him. East very possession-oriented right now. Hill making a run up the line. Cardenas instead looking down the field, headed up by Christensen. Rondo there. As this ball headed back. Cardenas trying to turn it. Stanger and Jesse causing some problems for this defensive line of East as it's played out, and Highland will come down to throw in. Cleared out by Morgan. Barker trying to get there. And alertly, Garcia punches it out. Thrown in with Barker. Hill looking to cross it. Cesares couldn't settle it off the chest. He'll fire this one and through the uprights. Miles in play. Oliveira gets a head on it. Cesares being marked by Rivera. Delivers it in the box. Cesares around Rivera. Opportunity. And that centering pass went through the box. And Miles will have a kick for Highland. Estrada's kick. Hill able to head it up. And a foul there called on Hill for coming over top of Argueta. Estrada looking in the box. This ball is played, and Elders there to make the save off the shot from Christensen. Boy, another good opportunity for Highland. It's Christensen, one of the captains, with an opportunity. And now East looking to counter. Cesares drops with Holbert. Centers. Oliveira with the shot deflected, and Miles able to pick up the roller. Boy, action end-to-end right now. As this ball headed back up by Rodriguez. Rondo able to possess it. And Gutierrez cuts him off, and there's the foul there. East with a kick from about 30 yards. Barker from 35 yards away. Service in the box, and Miles able to catch that out of the air. Great play by the junior Miles as his kick. And a handball there. Estrada. Morgan gets a head on it. Holbert gets fouled, going for the ball in midair. Cardenas in play to Carlson. Holbert settling. Looking for the edge, and that ball deflected out of play by Highland. Rivera will throw away and back, and there's the halftime whistle. 36th minute. It's Jesus Cesares and the East Leopards with the lead 1-0 at the break at Highland. Underway with the second half, and we'll say notable news. Ordonez Taylor still on the bench. He went down with an injury. late in that first half has yet to return and doesn't appear as though he will. It's a big loss for the Highland Rams, who trail here 1-0 to start the second half. This ball played up and too far beyond Cesares, as it is Miles able to gather again. He's been good today. Gave up that one goal, but a couple of real key saves, including one on Barker late, as Cardenas looking to play this up with Garta. Garta does a great job of shielding the Highland offensive player. Was going to say offender in Vroom, but didn't want to make that sound unintendedly bad. Far side with Hill. He looks to center, and Oliveira dropping it back with Cardenas. Cardenas looking up the field to Rondo. Rondo able to spin around Gutierrez. Miles coming out. Rondo chips it over him. And that ball wide of the net as Rondo frustrated with himself, and Miles will have a kick. Boy, Rondo and Barker both had a couple chances today, couple good looks. Highlands kept them off the board up to this point. As this is Miranda dropping it back, and in the process gave the ball away. East with an opportunity developing here. Barker has Holbert. Gathers it. Holbert. And that pass, he was off the mark. Either that or thought a man would be where he wasn't, as Oliveira gets tripped up here, and East awarded with a kick. Cardenas takes this kick in the box. Settled. Cesares looking for help. And Barker keeps it in play. Nice job by the junior. Trying to get around Gutierrez, and Gutierrez got the better of him. Winning the ball, and he'll send it up the line. Jesse couldn't keep it in play. East will throw in. Jacobs looking quickly. Hands off to Hill. Hill looking to get it over Gutierrez to Barker. Couldn't do it. Cardenas able to find Oliveira. His pass a little behind Jacobs. And coming up to break that up, a nice job by Highland. I think it was Argueta. This ball sent back down. Cesares trying to handle it. Gets pushed off the ball, but he finds it at his feet. Cesares sends one in the box. Cesares following it up. Able to find Garta. Garta looking to drop. Oliveira a roller through. And out of play, a goal kick coming up. Stanger back on for the Rams as Vroom comes off. Stanger's done a nice job for Highland. No goals to show for it, but he's been aggressive today as Cesares fires, and Miles down on one knee. Able to stop the shot from Cesares from 30 yards out. Argueta touches up, trying to run to it was Jesse. And that ball played out by the Leopards. Argueta to throw in. Good throw in, but no one there is Oliveira. There to gather it up ahead to Cesares. Argueta looking for help and gave it to the wrong 7 as Holbert steps in front. Able to win it away. Has it again, touches with Cesares. Had an opportunity to give it back to him. Instead, it's Garta. And Cardenas can't hook up with him. Jacobs with the clear. Far side with Stanger as he lets that one roll under him, and Highland to throw in. 45 complete here. Ball headed by Stanger in the box. Over the head of Jesse is Garta able to get it out of the box for the time being, and there's Elders to watch it bounce out. A kick from Elders. And Rivera did a nice job winning that ball from Cesares, and Cesares is going to be called here for the foul. Estrada with the free kick in the box. Takes a hop. Stanger to keep it in play. Gutierrez. And there's Elders able to collect off the shot from Elijah Straight. I think that's an opportunity where if you can settle that, get it on frame, probably have a better shot. Instead, a ball with mediocre velocity. Elders able to handle easily as Cesares couldn't get through the Highland traffic. Here's Jesse. Turns inside. Cesares with the challenge and the foul. And Cardenas picks up the yellow. The official was having a conversation, and I was watching that, couldn't tell what happened. Cardenas obviously stepped in front of the kick from Estrada, and he'll have to come off as Carlson will come on for him. Another free kick for Estrada. Boy, this is a great ball in the box. It's loose, and there is Cesares able to clear it. Stanger was one of the Rams down in the 18. Boy, I thought he was off there. The flag is up. Elders gathers it anyway. Cesares, time and space. Man on, closing down on him. Cesares able to maintain the possession here. Marking him. Argueta sticking with him as Cesares dribbling all the way back to the defense before dropping to Elders. Has Carlson's where he comes with it. Space for Hayden Carlson. Ball a little behind Holbert. He has to slide to keep it. Now Eric Holbert. Space. Has Oliveira. And instead Holbert gets tackled down. Garta. Again Oliveira. He'll dial it up to him. That ball played out. Looking for Hill as Hill recover. He was trying to make a run up. Carlson looking up the field, and that ball behind Rondo, he will not be able to get there, and Highland will throw in. Vroom and McConan both back on for Highland. As coming off, Argueta and Jesse. Challenge there, Estrada coming away with it from Estrada. Excuse me, from Oliveira. That ball a little behind Stanger. Carlson able to step up and will play it out. On the throw-in, still loose. Carlson now with it, trying to turn around, and that ball deflected off of McConan. Hits the post, and a goal kick coming up. Elders kick headed out by Rivera. East will have the throw-in. Holbert back with Garta, who threw in. Finding space, playing outside. David Hill. Space for him. Up ahead. And Rondo couldn't keep that on the foot as Hill will deflect it out and Highland to throw in. Stanger. And Cesares with the handball. This ball down to Stanger, and Elders gets collided into by Stanger, and I think we're going to have a card here. Stanger still on the turf holding his thigh. That was a hard contact as Stanger was trying to win the ball in the air. Elders came away with it. Stanger was able to walk off. Good news for Coach Koyman. The phrase, add insult to injury, as he got carded in the process. And always tough to get a yellow as you're trying to just find a way to get to your feet. Stanger, as we mentioned, a tough collision with Elders as he has to come off. Christensen. And Vroom able to settle it. Finding straight. And that ball cleared by Morgan. Holbert comes up. Opportunity to counter here. Barker finds it on his foot from just outside the box. Barker turning it inside, centering, and boy, Rondo stepped right through it, and then Cesares missed wide of the net. Through 55 minutes, still 1-0 the score as Jacobs heads this back up. Cesares giving chase with Rivera. Rivera finding Vroom. Up the field for McConan. Carlson able to take that ball away. Garta plays back with Jacobs. Cesares, a couple Rams there, able to split them as he finds Holbert. Oliveira will drop back with Morgan. That ball punched away by Highland, though East still with the possession here. Hill plays to Cesares. Closed down on. Cesares dribbling through a couple Rams before that ball taken away from him. Oliveira maintains the pressure here for East. Rondo plays out with Hill. And a good tackle put on that time by Gutierrez. East will throw in. Hill looking for some place to go in the box. Barker plays it back to him. Hill, an opportunity to serve it. Deflected. Boy, and good pressure put on that time by Argueta. Hill to throw in again. Cesares. Marked by Gutierrez. Cesares gets by him in the box. Cesares has Holbert, and a good tackle put on there. Barker. Opportunity still developing is Highland defensively. Able to challenge and win the ball away from Barker. And now maybe an opportunity to counter as Room looks to send one up. Carlson. Looked like he may have gotten pulled down. Instead, it's Elders coming out to play it away from McConan. Daniel Jesse comes on for Baruch McConan in the box and cleared out by Morgan as Cesares. Trying to control it. Rivera being physical with him. Cesares. His Room comes back to collapse and play it out. Cardenas came on for East. Stanger comes on for Highland. As that kick, Garcia. Here's Room. Looking in the box, and Morgan there to punch it away from Stanger, who's trying to make a run, and then Jacobs able to contest. How about Barker? Collapsing down and winning it away is a foul here and a card coming the way of Daniel Garcia. He picks up the yellow as Holbert's still down. Cardenas will play over with Morgan. Hill was lying in the shadows near the bench. Stepping up, Oliveira to fire, and that ball high over the net. Christensen, Rodriguez, and Ortega come on for East. As a foul here, Highland with the kick coming up. Estrada has done a nice job with these in this second half. Another ball in the box, headed out. I think it was out off of Highland. Yes, it was. I believe it was Argueta. In the 62nd minute, still 1-0 the score. Rondo, Oliveira. Boy, and some miscommunication there as Christensen was trying to make a run up the line, and Rondo left it for him as a whistle here and a kick coming up for East just beyond midfield. Morgan over with Cardenas. Brings it in the box. Can he keep it in play? No. And a goal kick for Highland. Kick headed up by Christensen in the air. Holbert keeps it. Stanger able to win away, though. Garta there on the other end of it. Vroom plays up ahead. Developing here for Highland. Outside with Stanger is Hill marking him. Will play it out. This ball bouncing around Rivera, and that ball was tall. Good idea to throw it to the far frame. Just missed it. On the bounce, Barker plays it to Cesares. Far side flag is up. Christensen was off. And Christensen's going to pick up the yellow here as he fired that ball in the net past the whistle. He'll have to come off, and Rondo will come back on. Wrapping up the 65th minute, Morgan able to head it in the air. Near side, Rivera. Looking for Stanger. And Stenger will get the control. No, they are going to say that that crossed the line and a goal kick. Elders kick. Cesares finds it on his foot. Up ahead for Rondo, Ortega, and Barker in the box. Barker coming near side instead. Play to Cesares. Oliveira looking to spin. Thought he was going to fire. Instead will play outside. Cesares on net, and Miles able to track that easily. The shot from Cesares from about 23 yards. As Miles rolls it near side with room. Turns it back inside. Now he's looking downfield for Stenger. And a good job heading that one back by Morgan, as Elders will pick it up and give his defenseman, Morgan, a thumbs up. A job well done. Cesares again able to get a head on it. Up to Barker. He plays this up for Ortega. Ortega giving chase into the corner. Rivera there to mark him. In the box, no one there for East, and the ball cleared out by Christensen. Garta found it on his foot for East. Ortega plays to Barker. Barker with a nice move to create a little bit of space. Now turning inside, centering Cesares. And that ball taken right away. Hill dropping back with Morgan. Stenger putting pressure on him. Garta plays outside. I'll tell you, aggressive play from Miranda for the Rams. He was the one who won that ball away on that last opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, here's Rondo. Bringing it outside the box. Finding Cesares. Cesares, boy, couldn't settle that Hattie. I think he was getting ready to put a shot on goal. Instead, he tried to drop it, and some miscommunication there. Garta able to take advantage of some over pursuit from Vroom. Was looking up for Ortega. Headed away by Rivera. And on that challenge, it's East coming away with the possession. Touch to Oliveira. What a great ball. And no foul there. Highland with possession. Vroom looking up, trying to settle it. Here's Miranda, one of the captains. Gets it back to Vroom. Ball deflected around. Garta couldn't get it for East. Ball bounces through, and it's Cardenas. And a nice job that time, taking advantage of the over pursuit. Oliveira touches back for Cesares. Up ahead with Rondo. Daniel Rondo. Bringing it in the box. Past Gutierrez, and another roller. Miles able to pick up. And we'll throw it out near side. Rodriguez coming up. Trying to keep the pressure on, but the East forward and midfielders, they're a little tired. Hill. Good ball. It's Rondo from 17, and Rondo just missed wide of the net. A corner coming up for the Rams, and notable Miles came off out of net for Coach Koyman as Carlson heads this in. Holbert with the possession. Back to Carlson. He lobs it, and that ball wide of the net. So I think the new keep is Nick Tirico. If I remember correctly, I asked Coach Koyman specifically who his backup was, and it was either him or Michael Romero, and unfortunately I didn't write it down. That's a my bad. Highland trying to keep it in. Couldn't do it. East will throw in. Cesares plays back. This ball looking in the box. No Leopard around. Headed, but right to Barker. Centers. Cesares with the left-footed shot. Deflected away. I think it was Gutierrez getting a piece, and East will throw in again. Thrown in with Cesares. Boy, and that ball won by Highland. Great job by Argueta. Carlson able to head this ball up. Rondo looking up for Cesares, and boy, that hit him right in the shoulder or the back as he was trying to make a run. Vroom has it near side space, being closed down on by Rodriguez, able to find Stenger. This ball up ahead, beyond the head of McConan, and Elders taking some time off the clock as we complete the 72nd minute here. We'll roll it out, Cardenas. Oliveira plays with Garta. His pass deflected away by Miranda. Barker fouled, and a kick for East at midfield. Cardenas will take the kick for East. In the box, headed out by Highland, though it's Cesares winning the ball back. Rivera into the corner, and Cesares, great job just taking that ball away before finally being cleared out by Christensen. Cardenas with it, 40 yards away. Looking for help, and that ball played out. No, stayed in. Barker has some space. Vroom from behind. That ball in the box, was looking for Rondo on a run. Christensen there to play it out. Carlson over to Daniel Rondo. Barker, I thought he almost had a shooting lane there. Oliveira tried to settle it to get a shot, and in the process lost the ball. Garta being hounded. Oliveira. Cesares, he's going to try the one-timer, and that over the net. Couple substitutions for Coach Koyman. Daniel Jesse comes on, and Patrick Miles, who was kept for the first 70 minutes of this contest, is up as a forward. Coach Koyman seeing this game a possibility to go to extra time if they can find a way to beat Elders, and he takes his keep and puts him up front. Holbert. Rondo trying to dribble through, couldn't do it. Stanger was looking up. Oliveira contended him. Highland fans wanted a foul. No whistle. Here's Rivera. Looking up for Miles. Miles able to touch it. And he'll get it back. Stanger in the box is Garta. Boy, Garta got away with one there. It looked like he pushed him down. The referee, no call as Miles hit the turf. Served up. Morgan able to head it out. And here's Oliveira. Drops back with Carlson. Miles able to take it away. And again an opportunity as he fires, probably out of frustration more than anything else, and a goal kick for Elders. The kick from Elders. And it's Cesares ahead to Rondo. Barker in the box. Holbert giving help as they give to Cesares. Rondo will get there and fire, and Daniel Rondo with the goal in the 77th minute. His first of the match, 7th of the season, and East takes a 2-0 lead. Morgan able to center this as Stanger giving chase and able to help win the possession for Highland. He makes a fancy footwork, and Elders will able to read that, pick it up. 77 complete. Barker, good tackle put on as East still with the possession. Rodriguez pushes near side with Garta, all sorts of space for him. He's trying to lay one up for Rondo in the box. Broken up by Highland as Garta will have this play out. Thrown in, back with Rivera. And with that, we're through 78. No more time updates. As a whistle here, we've got an injury on the far side of the field. I didn't even see it. Looks like it's Barker who's down. On the free kick, Oliveira sends it down. Christensen. Pressure from Olivas. As Rivera finds help with Christensen. Unable to clear it. Rivera. Back with Christensen. Garcia looking up the field. Able to find Jesse. This ball chipped up ahead. If Miles can get there, keeps it in play. And then Hill able to recover defensively for East. Plays the ball up the line. Rondo couldn't keep it in. Hill able to find some space and help with Carlson. An opportunity to clear. He'll take advantage of it. Cesares giving chase to it. So is Garcia for Highland. Cesares will get there. Rondo in the box. So is Oliveira. And that shot wide of the net, missed by a yard. There's a good opportunity there for the captain for East. Rondo comes off. You have to think his day is done as Carlson couldn't clear it. Stanger there. On for Rondo, I believe, is Ozuna for East, number 11. This ball finally settled by Estrada. Drops for help, and it's Ozuna giving chase. And winning the ball. No, he didn't. Overstepped it. Near side it comes. Straight. Had help with Rivera. Miles looking up for, not Stanger, excuse me, Jesse. He came near side with it. Jesse to center, and that ball headed just wide by Stanger. Boy, a great opportunity in the box, and he's frustrated with himself. He missed that one. Boy, we talked about Stanger in our open. Tied for the lead in goals for Highland. Creates a lot. Good opportunity there as East will have the throw in. Ball rolled out. Stanger throws in quickly. Here's Miles. He'll throw on the brakes. In the box, Morgan trying to play it out. Miles finds it at his feet, and Jacobs there to win it away. And there's our final whistle. The East Leopards 2-0 victory goals from Rondo and Cesares as the Leopards sweep Highland in 2016. Again, our final score here from Highland High School, the East Leopards 2-0 victory over the Highland Rams. And we mentioned this is a great rivalry. It played out that way here today early on. And it would be the East Leopards that got to the scoreboard first in the 36th minute. It would be Jesus Cesares putting on the shot from outside the 18. That one beats Miles. It's 1-0 East. You know, we mentioned Miles, he got beat on that goal, but he played a really good game today as keep. He had a couple opportunities where it's one-on-one. He makes two huge saves, one in the early minutes of this ball game, another one late in that first half. Really, Patrick Miles did a fantastic job today for Coach Koyman as keep. He would continue that in the second half, keeping East off the scoreboard for the majority of the half until the 70th minute when Coach Koyman decided to pull him out and would place him up front. That would be interesting because just a couple minutes for Miles up as a striker, and how about this opportunity? Bringing it in the box. Looks like he gets pushed down by Garta. If that's a whistle, that would be a PK. There was no whistle. Highland was not happy with that non-call. Play would resume, and just a couple minutes later, East would finish this off. It would be Daniel Rondo in the 77th minute, beating the backup keep, making it 2-0. That would be our final score here from East High School. Highland had a really great opportunity late, a centering ball for Stanger, their leading scorer, in the box, and he just missed it wide. But the East Leopards in this game, there were points where they certainly dominated possession, dominated play, but Highland gave them a lot to think about, especially in that first half, and at points in that second half as well. The East Leopards 2-0 victory. We talked about they came into this game in first place in Region 5. Ogden hot on their tracks, looking for a win here. They haven't lost since 2010. They get it, and a big win for East as they continue to have that goal of a region title in mind. Meanwhile, for Highland, it's been a tough season. 1 win in region play, 2 wins on the season. For Coach Koyman, one of the big things, he lost Ordonez Taylor, his senior midfielder, to an injury in the first half of this ball game. He would not come back. You certainly hope for Highland he's okay. Injuries have been tough for Highland this season on what has been a tough season for the Rams Soccer Club. But a tough loss here as they drop it to their rival Highland East here 2-0. And now it's come time for us to announce our man of the match. There are a number of players we could give it to. We're going to give it Jesus Cesares. He had the goal in the 36th minute. He did a nice job possessing the ball, creating a few runs, had a couple shot opportunities that he would just not be able to get on frame, or Miles there up to the task. But Jesus Cesares did a great job putting the pressure on offensively for this East squad. Is back-to-back shutouts now for the East High Leopards here with this 2-0 victory over Highland. We want to thank you for joining us on this edition of High School Rewind. For Vince Francis, my name is Dane Stewart. It's been a privilege of bringing this match to you. We look forward to seeing you again here next time on High School Rewind.